I started out with darts, I would say 15 years ago maybe, and my husband was sick, and I was just perplexed as to what to do. And I asked somebody, and they said, check with DARTS.
DARTS information, this is Lynn, may I help you?
And I had a volunteer that come out and sit with my husband while I was able to go out after my husband passed away. I thought that would be a good thing to do, to give back. So I was a DARTS volunteer.
With DARTS, I've really received, I had people come in and clean my house for me. I had the volunteers from the bank come and do the yard work for me. I've had somebody come and do the driveway in the wintertime, and I have used the bus service. It helps me feel a little more, do I want to say self-sufficient, and not so afraid. It's just been a very, very valuable tool for me to know that you are out there.
This is very important to somebody that lives alone, especially an old lady like me, and I really appreciate it very much.
It always touches me how grateful the seniors are for even the smallest amount of help. They'll say things to me like, without the help of DARTS volunteers, we probably wouldn't be able to stay in our home.
The match process really begins with the interview. Well, Amy, thank you for coming in. Now, are you thinking of volunteering with your children or just for yourself that you're going to be matched with a senior? Sometimes the seniors love that. So that might work out really well. And then your boys will get involved too and get to do that. How do you think you personally benefit from volunteering? What do you think you'll get out of being a volunteer?
You know, I think seniors have a lot of wisdom to share.
Okay.
So I think I would feel enriched that way.
Okay.
And just feeling like I'm giving back to my community, helping somebody who needs some help.
We currently, in the Learning Buddies program, have a retired chemist. So that's kind of exciting, especially for someone who has that expertise and knowledge to share with children. We also have a huge need for recent retirees who are still looking for some things to fill their time and to give back to the community.
I volunteered for DARTS because my class had a service learning project and it required us to do so many hours of volunteer work. So I checked out DARTS, and I wanted to do something that you'd interact with people a little more. You know, I enjoy it, and it's good for me, it's good for your community, it's good for the individuals that you help.
Highland Bank has gotten involved with volunteering for a lot of reasons. I think it's really at the core of some of our basic beliefs to be involved within the community that we serve. Obviously, above and beyond that, it's the right thing to do. You know, it's a very rewarding experience every time we do it. The group has a lot of fun with it. It's a great team building activity. Working with DARTS has been fantastic. It really has. I mean that with complete sincerity, because the facilitation and the coordination of DARTS has made it so easy for us to volunteer. They're giving us ideas of what different types of things that we can do. Then they help coordinate the date and the time, you know, based on what's convenient for us, so it's very flexible.
Good morning, Doreen.
Oh, good morning.
I've got a little project I could use your help on today. You've been on our tour before.
Yes.
And so we're hoping to get a lot of new people to come in and find out about us.
Okay, I'll do this.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And if you need anything, you know I'm just down the hall.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
I was looking for the perfect opportunity where I could do some caregiving and do some nurturing. However, I didn't want to pass out mail in a hospital. So about a year after I retired, I saw this ad in the paper and it said respite volunteers needed by DARTS.
Oftentimes you'll see the anxiousness with a respite care provider and wanting to have the perfect match, the perfect person that'll fit. For volunteers, it is something that you can make a connection with another person on a regular basis, whether it be weekly or every other week or once a month.
I have felt it's been a blessing. Yeah. It's just been a blessing to me. There's no other way you could volunteer and get this one-to-one connection with both the caregiver and then the client-patient, because it's just so special.
Let me tell you some of the things that Elvie, the daughter, the caregiver, has said. She has said so many wonderful things, that you are priceless, that she wouldn't trust anyone else but you with her mom, especially in the last days. So
that's neat. That's really neat to hear.
Yeah. You've been a great connection for that family.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for your time with them.
You're very welcome.
This has really been fun. I've gotten to know Evelyn. Evelyn is a very, very interesting and great individual. We'll put it right up there, and we'll put this right here. That's good.
Oh, in other words, you're going to have to do something else. Oh, this is where this...
Okay.
I know where this goes.
You know where everything goes, of course. I'd say it's very easy. There's not much to it. It doesn't take that much time, and I think the rewards that I receive myself from doing this for Evelyn, and yes, it probably helps Evelyn a little bit, but it also helps me. And so I would just say that the reward is what you get out of it.
Don't you like the way I work?
I do. You do a good job.
I want to help, and I mean that as client, as senior companions, all of you, we want to help. I don't know, people are forgotten, you know, and you become friends. Gosh, now you become friends. They mean as much to you as your neighbor, probably more because you know more about them than you do about your neighbors. So one of my clients had told me, if it wasn't for you and DARTS, I wouldn't have all I got today.
And you also know that it helps yourselves. You know, the volunteering these days is a win-win in terms of your own health.
So those kinds of moments when those volunteers come to me, it makes me feel really good that they really understand what DARTS is all about and the good work that they do.
Well, I think the main thing is that sometimes you think that, you know, our world is going bad, but when you have wonderful volunteers that are just so helpful, you know, and they just, anything you ask them to do, they do willingly and happily, you know. So I think it gives you a better outlook on life.
I guess you really can make a difference in people when you go out and just the simple act of helping somebody.
The DARTS program and the people that volunteer and all of you need a star, because I don't know where I would turn.
It's easy when you listen to the news at night or read the paper to get overwhelmed by the negative things that are going on in this world. But when you choose to volunteer, you choose to be part of the solution. You choose to say, I can and will make a difference. DARTS has had volunteers for over 30 years, and they've been an important part of how we fulfill our mission. They're not just what we do, but in very real ways, they're who we are.